Registering for Geegeez will give you a bunch of new features and functions to help you with your horse racing betting. If you're not already registered, click the register link in the login box on the right hand side of the Geegeez homepage. Once you're registered, enter your details in the box to log in. Once logged in, you'll be taken to a page like this with various information on things that you can do with your subscription. The top one is you can change your password or your email address as you need to by clicking the modify profile. You can check out the race cards, and I'll show you those in some detail in a moment. You can also enter our tipping league competition with a chance to win up to £240 in free bets each month, and there are various other bits and pieces, including our free tips, which have done very well, I'm pleased to report, and there's no reason why that won't continue. So the purpose of this video really is to show you the race cards themselves. So let's click on the race cards link, and you'll see when the page loads up that you have just today's date. Today's the 24th of April, and those and a how-to button as well. Those are the only two buttons on the race cards. Premium members have a whole raft of reports along here, and they also have the next 5 days of entries along here, and can use all of the race card tools and form reports against those days as well. So let's choose a race from today. You can see all of the day's races are listed. I'll go with the 250 at Perth. Now, in the card we can see a fairly standard race card here with the saddlecloth number, the draw for flat races. This is a hurdle race. Recent form, the jockey silks colours, the horse name, any information about course or distance, or course and distance, wins, the number of days since the horse last ran, its age, its weight, trainer and jockey, any jockey claim, the horse's official rating, and its current odds. You'll also see on the right hand side 2 additional buttons. Clicking either the odds or the bet button will take you directly through to the bookmaker currently offering the best price on that horse. Clicking the tip will allow you to enter a selection into the tipping league. So that's all fairly standard stuff so far. Now let me introduce you to the areas in which Geegeez sets itself apart with its race card offering. First of all, you'll notice there are some tabs across the top. I'll discuss those in detail in a minute. But before that, I want to talk about these 6 icons beneath each horse's name. You can see that 3 of them are in full colour, and 3 of them are kind of washed out. That's because the washed out ones are not available to free members. Those are for Geegeez Gold subscribers. H2H stands for head to head, and clicking on that displays the full head to head record of the horse in question against all the other runners in the race. The yellow speech bubble offers a comment on the horse and its form and its chance today. And finally, the little square bracket, which actually offers a breeding comment and some insight into any sales information as well. So as I say, they're not available to free members, but if you become a gold subscriber in due course, then or even if you trial the gold subscription, then you will have access to these and you'll be able to see the value that they can add. Let's now focus on what you can take a look at directly, and free registered users have access to this content ad infinitum. So once you're registered, you will always be able to see this information. The first icon, which is the horse, clicking on that brings up the horse's last 6 runs, and if you've ever used the Racing Post form, you'll be quite familiar with this. It's in actual fact it's the same data. We license our data from the Racing Post, and some of the content we replicate the same as them, but in quite a lot of ways we have innovated and used that data to do much more useful things to help people find winners with their betting. So I'm not going to talk on this too much. You probably know the format. If you don't, you can have a play around with this yourself and get familiar with it. Of more interest, I think, are the jockey and trainer icons. If I click on the jockey icon, which is the little man with the red hat and red sleeves, you can see there are 4 lines of data, and these are 4 different form reports for the jockey in question, which in this case is Ryan Mania. The top line shows his form in the last 14 days, last 2 weeks, and we can see he's ridden 3 winners from 22 runners in that time. That's the win percentage. He's also ridden what looks like 1 additional placed horse, so that's the place percentage. We can see his win, profit and loss there, and his each way profit and loss, which is calculated against a quarter or a fifth the odds, depending on the number of runners and the race type. So this is an accurate calculation of his each way performance. We've got the same data for a 30-day view, so the last month. We can see Ryan rode 4 winners from 36 rides, placed another 4 times. They're not spectacular form figures, and as we go down, we can see that his course form is equally unexciting. His 1-year course form, 1 win from 9 runs. His course form since 2009, just 6 wins from 118 runs, and a whacking great loss, betting all of those to SP. So we can see that backing Ryan Mania blindly at Perth is probably not a good idea. In actual fact, backing any jockey blindly anywhere is generally not a good idea. But so that's the jockey form. Trainer form is in a very similar format. Again, we've got 14 and 30-day form. We've got course 1 year and course form since 2009. And we can see in the case of Mrs. Diane Sayer that she's actually got quite a good record at the track, albeit not an especially high strike rate. But as you can see from her place figures, she has been very consistently there or thereabouts, and profitable to follow each way. Now you can open these trainer and jockey form windows for any runner, or if you want to have a quick snapshot of all runners, you can use the icons at the very top of the card. So if I click on the horse icon, you can see that the last 6 runs have been extended for every runner in the race, which is a really handy way of looking very quickly through the recent form of the runners and comparing and contrasting. You might find that useful. So clicking that again removes it all again, and we can do the same with jockeys and with trainers. So those are really useful tools to save time. And that is the race card for free subscribers. As I say, you're perfectly welcome to use this as a free subscriber forever and a day. We'll never ask you for any charge. If, however, you want to use the additional features, which I'll talk about in future videos, then there is a small monthly fee associated with that. But let's not worry about that today. In this video I want to show you not just the race cards but the other tabs to which you have access. So once the race has been run, you'll be able to check the result, the full result, on the result tab. Obviously I'm recording this video before the race has been run, so I don't know the result. The other 2 tabs available to you are called full form filter and odds. We quickly cover off the odds tab, which as the name suggests is a kind of a best odds guaranteed tab, and you can see it's loaded in decimal format and sorted by best odds. Now if I prefer fractional, I can change that here by clicking this 1 to 2. If I click that, you'll see that the odds have changed to fractional format. And if I'd rather sort by horse name, I can click name, and we can see that the odds are now sorted by horse name. I can sort by race card number as well if I want, by clicking this, and if there is if it's a flat race and there are draw numbers, I can sort by draw as well. So I'm just going to put this back to decimal and sorted by odds, and that's done. One thing you'll notice is we have a best odds column on the right hand end, so rather than having to scan across each row to see who's offering the best odds, we've got a single row on the right hand side with the best odds, and each odds is hyperlinked straight to the bookmaker or one of the bookmakers offering those best odds. So if you're registered with all of the accounts, you can just click the best odds for the horse you're interested in and go right away and know that you're getting the best price. You can also sort by any single bookmaker that you might be interested in. So for instance, I've sorted by Sky Bet here, and we can see their top price on Solway Dandy, Caught in the Act and Sigalas. So if I only had a Sky Bet account, for instance, I could then go and bet the horse that I fancied through there. And that's the odds tab, which is very useful, and as I say, it's got some sortation features that other perhaps better known odds comparison sites don't have, so that's kind of cool. My favourite, and perhaps the I hesitate to use the phrase the best kept secret, because that just means that I haven't done enough to tell people about it. However, the full form filter is a wonderful piece of kit, and I wish it were. It's underused in my opinion. It enables the user to do a whole raft of things, some of which I'll try to illustrate for you now. So let's look at the horse we were looking at before, Endeavour, and I'll endeavour to shed some light. Right, terrible pun aside, we can see at the top that there's some detail about the horse, his age, date of birth, sex and colour, his breeding, owner and trainer and jockey, and then more materially perhaps below we can see his full race record since 2009. Our form database goes back to 2009, and you can see his most recent 10 runs in the bottom section. Now, the key to the full form filters, as the name suggests, is this section here in the middle to the right, which enables us to filter the horse's form by anything we'd like. So, for instance, today's race is a Class 5 2-mile handicap hurdle on good ground. So why don't we look specifically at runs on good ground for Endeavour, and we can see that Endeavour has run 18 times on good ground and has been in the frame, first, second or third, on 9 of those occasions, winning 3 times. We might also want to know how Endeavour has performed at today's distance. We can see that he's run 31 times, 24 of which were over hurdles, and he's won 4 and been third another 7 times. So he's been in the frame in 11 of 24 hurdle starts at this sort of distance. I wonder if Endeavour has ever run at this course before, at Perth. We can see he has 9 times, with 1 second and 4 thirds to his name, which is quite interesting. And today's class as well, which is Class 5, we can see that this horse has run 16 times over hurdles and 17 times in total, and has won 5 of those races. So this is all quite interesting, but where it gets really interesting, oh, by the way, I should add that hovering over any of these filters will give a description in the fawn box below, explaining what that filter does. The one I want to look at is the Today filter, and as you can see, it filters form for all UK and Ireland runs under today's distance, going and class. So we can see that today it's a Class 5 2-mile race on good ground, and we can see that the only time that Endeavour ran in a Class 5 over 2 miles or thereabouts on good ground was this race on the 14th of March 2012, and he actually won that race. so that might be quite a nice portent to his chance today. We can also look at the horse's win history by clicking the win tab, or his runs after a break by clicking the 60 plus days, or how the horse has performed when coming back to the track soon after a previous run by clicking the 10 minus day. We can sort by race type as well, and jockey as well. I should also say that there are jockey and trainer filters as well. So let's have a look at Diane Sayer, the trainer, and we can look at her overall form at the course, which reveals that she has run 75 horses here since 2009, and 6 of them have won, with another 19 finishing second or third. This is a handicap, so we can see that at handicaps at the track she's run 66 horses, 5 have won and another 17 have placed. And we can see that course handicaps with today's jockey Ryan Marnier, 17 runners with just the 1 win but 7 places. So that information may or may not be of use to you as well. To be honest, I generally use the horse filters, but I just want to point out that the jockey and trainer ones are there as well. As well as this, free subscribers have access to the horse racing tips content, which can be found under the horse racing tips menu item, unsurprisingly, and those are there. And you can also enter the tip league by clicking on the tip league button. I hope this has been an insightful whistle-stop tour of the free subscription area, and I really hope you can see the additional value that our race cards bring over some others that you may already be familiar with, or perhaps over your newspaper. Do get involved with these, and do experiment. And of course, if you've got any questions, just drop me a line and I'll do what I can to help. This is Matt Bisogno saying I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.